Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads His Marvel Comics in Order. This is the oversized, extra-sized, king-sized special anniversary gala number 75, video number 75 of this series. I've been reading my Marvel Comics in release date order and doing a video for each one. This one, however, is special, not only because it's the 75th, but because I spaced out and did not read Iron Fist number 6 through number 10. So I'm doing a catch-up video, which is weird because I love John Byrne. I don't know how I forgot to read Iron Fist. Anyway, let's get started with a sip of this decaffeinated coffee. Tastes good, but there's no caffeine in it, so it's no bueno. But I don't want to get too excited about being forgetful and forgetting to read Iron Fist, so no caffeine is fine. I'm going to take a look at this one because this one is the first Iron Fist title, the first issue to have a cover by Byrne. It's in pretty rough shape, unfortunately. It's got a stamp on it. I wonder if it's like a military stamp, like sent to a military base or something. It's Napoli. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But it's got a date on it. It's got something in, it looks like either Spanish or Italian. International, it says at the top. Maybe Papa Rick knows. He was in the Navy, I think, so he might know what this is. But yeah, this issue is kind of rough shape. Unfortunately, like this issue and then the next few after it, they're in rough shape. The ones leading up to this, though, that I own are pretty good condition. So it sucks that this is in bad shape. I'd like to maybe replace it sometime, but we'll see. It's not a big deal. But this has the same creative team since Marvel Premiere, where Iron Fist started. Chris Claremont, John Byrne. This issue, Dan Adkins is doing the inking on John Byrne, which he does a pretty good job. But up to this issue, it was, I believe, Frank Chiaramonte. I liked his inks a little bit better, but this isn't bad. Dan Adkins is pretty good. Look at that splash page. Dang. See, this is why I loved John Byrne back then. His style evolved over the years, changed a bunch of times, and he does not draw the same way anymore, of course. And that's, I mean, understandable. He's had a 50-year career. But this early stuff is what I really loved. There's some Easter eggs in this issue, both art and written. Two of them are right here. Here we have in the middle of this crowd. See, Iron Fist has just gotten in a fight with the Tigers, the street gang, and he's getting fixed up by the police medic. And in the background, you have Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Peter Parker's taking some pictures. Mary Jane's mad at him because they were on a date, and he stopped to take pictures for the Bugle. Which ties this all in with the rest of the Marvel Universe. It was a big kick that Marvel was on right at this time frame, was trying to have cohesion between all the titles so it all felt like a shared universe. And they were very big on doing that at this point. And it really, you see it a lot in these Iron Fist books. Chris Claremont took the assignment very seriously. Here's the other Easter egg. The person that was attacked, his name is Byrne, and he's an artist, and he was able to sketch like the emblem of the gang, the street gang's emblem that they had on their jackets, and the faces of some of the faces of the street gang. There's some other Easter eggs in here too, and I can't remember what they were. But man, the artwork is so good. The story is great. You can see all the Chris Claremont-isms in here. His over description, which works real well when you're writing comics. He describes not only what they're thinking, but kind of what they're doing all in one. And it gets kind of wordy sometimes. Reading Chris Claremont's dialogue and descriptions can take a while and put some people off. And I get it. But he does a really good job. Like it works real well for comics, his writing style, I think. There's some more neat John Byrne storytelling tips with his art. He puts this ticking clock in the middle of the panels as Danny Rand goes to the top of a skyscraper to have a meeting at the same time the gang is heading to the same place. So the clock is ticking, showing both stories happening simultaneously. Really cool stuff. And at the end, we get the splash page with Chaka, crime lord of New York, or in his mind, he is anyway. He's trying to be, but this is the gang that Iron Fist is up against. So pretty much from number 8 through number 10 is this storyline: Iron Fist fighting the Tigers, the street gang, the Tigers, and here we've got a nice Dave Cockrum cover. Dave Cockrum, who's drawing the X-Men at this point, and they're on a bi-monthly schedule at this point, the X-Men are. And John Byrne is going to replace Dave Cockrum on the X-Men soon, because Dave Cockrum couldn't keep up when the X-Men switched to a monthly publishing schedule. Here's another Iron Fist cover. And the reason that I had so many of these Iron Fists to read after I realized that I'd forgotten to read them is for the summer, Iron Fist went to a monthly publishing schedule. They had been bi-monthly, Iron Fist had. And then so for this summer of 76, they were publishing them every month. And that just shows you that Chris Claremont and John Byrne could put out a monthly comic pretty easily with high quality. And so not only was Chris Claremont writing this title, he was also writing the X-Men, plus probably a bunch of other things at the same time. So Chris Claremont has no problem keeping up. But Dave Cockrum did. So he left the X-Men shortly after this, and John Byrne left Iron Fist. And I think Chris Claremont left it as well, but I'm not sure. I only own the John Byrne drawn Iron Fist issues. That's all I have. So after that, I don't know really who writes it or who draws it. But John Byrne left this title to go to the X-Men to replace Dave Cockrum, and in order for the X-Men to become a monthly title. But this is 1976. These are the issues that came out that summer. They were coming out monthly. I believe after number 10, it goes back to a bi-monthly schedule, because I think the next issue, this is December 76, and I think the next issue, number 11, is February 1978. So they revert to a bi-monthly schedule after the summer. But man, this is great. Like these first two issues is the conclusion of the storyline where Iron Fist has to rescue his friend Misty Knight, or Colleen Wing. She was captured and brainwashed, and he has to fight her in this issue. I believe it's this issue. Oh, and you get the story of how Misty Knight lost her arm. She was a policewoman, and there was a bomb, and it blew her arm off. So that's how she lost her arm and has a bionic arm, which was revealed a couple issues back. Look at this. This is, I'm pretty sure this is, Frank Chiaramonte was the inker. And I don't know. I even though Dan Adkins is a pretty good inker, I really like Chiaramonte's inks on John Byrne's pencils best, I think. But here is Colleen Wing. She throws a Chinese star at Iron Fist, or a shuriken. And then you get this fight scene. Angar the Screamer is manipulating their minds, and they're having a acid trip type martial arts fight. But of course, Iron Fist is able to prevail in the end. This artwork is so good. Can't believe how good this stuff is. Like, I like John Byrne's stuff after this, of course, but there's something really special about his early stuff, and I don't even know. Fantastic splash page. Colleen Wing and Iron Fist are having a mind meld due to Angar the Screamer manipulating their minds. And it ends on this cliffhanger. Master Khan is having his henchman behead Iron Fist. And of course, we know that that's not going to happen because of there's a next issue and several after that. But yeah, this was a great run right here. It was, even though I feel stupid for forgetting Iron Fist to read Iron Fist along with the rest of my Marvel comics that I'm reading in order, even though I feel stupid about it, it was a real pleasure to read all 5 of these in a row and put this video together. So if anybody knows any more tidbits about Iron Fist back in 1976 and the Chris Claremont and John Byrne run in general, please comment it down below. If you're new here, stick around for more. I'm in just finishing 1976 now, about to embark on 1977 soon, reading my comics in order, my Marvel comics in order. Stick around for more of that. And like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.